he's knocked out the carriage driver, and he's the one who drove the carriage there, and Raoul has figured it out and gone chasing after them. But they're there at the cemetery, and they're having this big sword fight. And once the sword fight is starting, I'm kind of like, okay, well, this is kind of exciting to see a big screen sword fight. That's a little fun. But then I think, like, the way that this sword fight ends really is, like, malpractice for a movie.
Yeah, it is definitely like, well, we are contractually obligated to do the last 30 minutes of this movie, so we can't kill him here, even though I have him dead to rights.
Exactly. They have this sword fight, and Christine is watching, as women do, just, like, kind of standing off to the side, being scared for the two cute boys. And then, Raoul gets the better of the Phantom, has him down on the ground, has the sword at him, and is ready to kill him, and Christine is like, no, don't! Not like this! And so Raoul just kind of, he sheathes his sword, turns and walks away, takes her, gets on the horse, and rides off and leaves the Phantom there. And then the very next scene, we cut from that to him and the guys who run the theater marching down the hallway singing to each other about, like, I have a plan to catch the Phantom, we're going to do a sting operation. And it's like, you literally, you could have killed him then. Like,
yes.
I get that you need to have a third act in your movie. Audiences generally like that. But you could have found any other way for that to end other than just, I'm going to choose not to kill you now, and then go into this thing trying to kill you in a different place.
Have the Phantom recognize that he's outmatched as a swordsman, kick Raoul down in a cheap move, quickly get on the horse and ride away.
Yes.
Like, have Eric escape.
Hey, look, movie, I know I was giving you trouble for this. Have the Phantom jump through a trapdoor that he built that puts him on a slide all the way back to the opera house from the cemetery. I'll give you a pass. Better than this.
Jumps down a sewer and then takes a little boat all the way back to his house.
It's just... like, the fact that the protagonist of the movie chooses not to kill the bad guy, and then in the very next scene is it's this big sequence that otherwise I kind of like, it completely deflates this whole thing of they're talking about, okay, we're gonna perform the opera that the Phantom wrote, and we're gonna have Christine play the lead role like he wants, because that way we know he's gonna show up. And we've called the cops, and a bunch of cops march into the theater going hup, 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 as I saw at my college girlfriend's apartment. And so there's, then they're doing this production, and it's like you've got the whole cast and crew and everyone you've seen doing this, but then there's also all these cops with rifles hiding in the backstage, or like in the boxes waiting and watching, and it's like, this is an interesting, like, okay, we've laid a trap for the Phantom, like, it's this exciting thing, but you've let all the air out of it by the protagonist just deciding to instead of killing him, I'm going to try to fight him in these new circumstances where Christine is in danger, and also where, like, 1,000 spectators are also in danger. I'm going to make this harder for everyone and put more lives on the line.
I'm going to take away the community resources so that every sharpshooter and cop is in the theater.
Yes.
Crime is running rampant in the streets outside the Paris Opera House, but we're going to catch Eric tonight.
Yes.
Despite me having him dead to rights moments before.
Yeah. Also, it seems as though it's just, he rode back to the opera house and it's like, okay, we're going to put on the opera this guy wrote right now.
Yeah.
Shit takes a minute to rehearse. You got to build sets.
True.
You've got to, like, learn the music and the choreography.
I think that what you're describing is this was a sequence that Andrew Lloyd Webber wanted to do in the stage play, but had to cut it because it was hard to do that logistically, and for the budget, on the stage, it's too much to do.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to do it for the screen was like, okay, cool, we can do this. I always wanted to do this. I never could do this. So let's drop that sequence into here, but not finessing the in and out of that scene. It just, like, is dropped in there, and then we're supposed to go right back to what we know of the musical.
Yes.
Subscribe to Movie Memory Machine for new forgotten movies every other Friday, available wherever you listen to podcasts.